the last 3 years, I have been traveling around Spain and from Andalusia. I visited all major cities here, and now I want to share my experience with you without long Wikipedia-style stories. Everything in this video is based on my personal experience and preferences and could be different from yours. But keep in mind that I couldn't fit all the places I want to talk about in this video, so I have chosen the best of them. Let's begin with some essential things to know before visiting Andalusia. Here are some critical tips I've learned, sometimes hard way, while I was traveling. If you are visiting Andalusia between April and October, you should always have a sunscreen with you and apply it every time you go outside, because the sun here is so dangerous even at 20 degrees. Another recommendation I can give is to spend 20 euros at any sport polyester t-shirt like I have here, because the cotton is not really for summer. It's not breathable, it dries really slow, and is just not for the Spanish summer. I saw many times when people were so upset because they couldn't buy the tickets at the entrance because they were sold out. So my recommendation is to book everything at least 4 weeks before the visit. For the local transport, I can recommend just use Google Maps. It's more or less accurate. For intercity transport, I prefer to use a train line because you can see trains and buses at the same application and you can compare prices, for example. But if you want to use the local applications, here is a Renfe for trains and Alsa for buses. I think it's enough for introduction, and now we can talk about cities, and first will be Seville. It's big and beautiful city, but I don't recommend to visit it in the summer because it has about 45 degrees in average. And now let's talk about the places of Seville. No words, just visit it. It's free. This is a unique structure with a panoramic viewpoint, and I recommend to visit it just before the sunset because the view is definitely worth it. This exact cathedral you should visit at least because there is a presumably buried Christopher Columbus himself. Alcázar de Seville is another must-see. This place has an incredible architecture and peaceful gardens with the peacocks. Also, here is some place I didn't visit yet, but I'm planning to visit it in the future. A recommendation about visit days are still the same. One of the Spain's most iconic landmarks, a mix of Islamic and Christian architecture frozen in time. Book at least 1 month in advance, including the tower visit. This is a fortress with great views and lush gardens, perfect for photos. This place is located outside of the city, reachable by bus, which runs twice a day. Features ruins of a West Arabic palace and a museum. I think this is one of the really hidden gems in Andalusia. And if you are wondering why there is so many Arabic things in Spain, you have to Google it straight after the video, because it's definitely one of the most interesting parts of Spanish history. I really like this place, and I definitely not recommend this place to visit in the summer because it's so hot. This place was my first palace experience, and it just blew my mind. I was 18, it was August, and yes, I got a sunburn. Book in advice. This is my favorite church in Granada. It's dark, mystical, and gorgeous. You can even learn its history through the VR. Amazing for families and curious minds. Exhibition on space, animals, dinosaurs. Something for everyone, I guess. If you are in Granada in August, you might catch a meteor shower from the Sky Resort. But prices have gone up recently, so a trip is quite expensive now. The last will be Malaga. This is one of the few cities I can recommend to visit in the summer because it's just 35 degrees and it's definitely manageable with the sun protection. Huge, diverse and peaceful. I've been there 3 times and I definitely will visit again. This is a fun retro video game museum. I played Guitar Hero here for the first time and it was a pure joy. A natural cave you can walk through, cool, cheap and worth it. Here is a list of other places you can visit and probably they will be interesting for you. And here is some other places. I definitely can recommend them, but they are outside of Malaga, so they have their own topic. And first will be Torcal de Antequera. Legend told that once it was the bottom of the ocean and now you can just walk here for free. But the problem is that it's hard to reach without a car. And this is my favorite place in this topic and I've been there 3 times and I definitely want to go there again. Basically, it's about 3 hours walking tour between the canyons. The view is great and I don't even know how to describe it to you. So I just recommend visit it by yourself because it's not quite expensive and it definitely worth it. And there are some bonus cities I can recommend for you to visit. I've been in all of them, and if I will have an opportunity, I definitely will visit them again. So this is it. I hope it was helpful for you.